Canine Detection Collaborative, a detection dog training trio with Stacy Barnett.
Hi.
Robin Grubel.
Hey there.
And Crystal Wing.
What's up?
With humor and a big dose of theory, our trio talks practical training advice and features interviews with top trainers and scientists. It's Canine Detection Collaborative.
Hello, everybody. This is Robin Grubel, and welcome to the 50th episode of the Canine Detection Collaborative. And I am here with my superstar awesome co-hosts, Stacy Barnett.
Hello. I can't believe it's 50.
I know. And Crystal Wing.
I'm still here.
You are still here.
Still here. 50 episodes. Oh my God.
And if that doesn't make any sense, go back and listen to my thing.
Yes.
The very beginning.
Right, exactly.
Getting to know Crystal. And so for this particular episode, we're kind of bouncing on the gratitude thing, but one of the things that we were talking about is looking back or listening back through all of the episodes, some of the things that kind of stuck out for us as aha moments, or we got a lot of feedback from you guys that, oh my gosh, this was super, this was mind blowing. And so we've just been going through the episodes really quick. I mean, we just spent 45 minutes trying to figure out how to structure the episode. The interesting thing has been, as we're going through and doing all of this stuff, the amount of laughter that we have, together to put this all together it's been a lot of fun.
This has been a crazy ride. Like, I can't believe we just on a whim, like, hey, let's do a podcast.
Let's do a thing.
Let's do a thing. And now I think, if we were to count up the amount of hours we've spent talking to each other,
Doing the thing.
right? And actually, that's actually, okay, wait. 50 episodes at about an hour an episode. So this is longer than like the standard US work week.
Yes.
Just talking.
That's just the air time. That's the
air time. That's not the behind the scenes stuff that we do on coming up with episodes and all of that. So we do greatly appreciate when people are like, hey, can you talk about this? Because sometimes we're like, well, what are we going to talk about today?
I mean, we talk to each other all the time.
And there's so many times during an episode, oh yeah, we'll talk about that next time. And then we don't. And then we get a message from somebody. Forget. Is that going to happen? Yes. We are recording that now, in fact.
Or do you remember when we talked about, and I'm like, we did? We talked about that? My short-term memory is just really, really kind of...
out of mouth, out of brain.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, we said that in the last episode? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I know.
So I know that thinking back through all of the episodes, of course, our guests, we appreciate all of them.
Yes.
And just thinking about what each one brought a little bit or a lot, depending on whichever.
A lot of it.
A lot of it.
Right.
To the show, and provides a lot of I would say seeds and fertilizer for
because you're a farmer.
Because I'm a farmer. For things new ideas and training to take, training ideas to kind of develop and come through or come out. And I think one of the things I know, especially with Tabitha's episode, was that really stuck with me is that she realized she wasn't clicking with her dog because they didn't have a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the sitting down and, she chose to read the Bible to her dog. And that's the type of thing that is interesting for me to think about, that, some days I just want to play with my dog, and it's okay. We don't have to have an agenda. We're just going to play.
Oh, whoa. Yeah. I take out the word just.
Right. So we will play.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Feels better.
Yeah. So
words matter. Words matter.
And so for all of you people out there,
we have an episode on that? I think we did.
We do. And so that word just is a justifier, and it tends to minimize whatever you're saying next. So as you're starting to use and write out your sentence and things, see if you can eliminate that word just out of what you're doing.
Just don't do
and
it.
it became it became relevant for me too, because I was on Facebook several years ago, and it does like a word thing where it tells you all the words you use the most, and it has different sizes.
Oh.
The giant word in the middle, do you know what it was?
What?
Just.
Oh.
I thought, really? That's the word I used most on Facebook? It was bigger than Quinn or, or Charles at the time. Yeah. So that's when it became aware for me. And then I had a really nice message from another female decoy that I met in Texas, Erica. And she said, it meant a lot to her and that she's no longer using that word. Wow. And so it's not just nose work.
It's nose work.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
She thanked us, for doing the podcast. So that was special.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
You talked to Dr. Lauryn DeGreeff next, and you brought her on. And I think that was Stacy. You cracked me up on that one.
Oh my gosh.
You were so cute.
It was cute.
I used to think I was smart.
Oh yeah. It's true. Like I'm listening to her and I'm like, I think
your brain melted that day.
I've got 2 degrees and I'm like,
yeah, both of you with your double degrees and
gosh, I'm sitting here going,
but you have your double degreed too. So
you do. I'm sitting here. I mean, with the technical degree, right? Like I literally studied like chemistry. I'm sitting here going, this hurts.
And the thing that so
it hurt in a good way.
You hurt in a good way.
Listen to it.
Yes. Yeah. Let's qualify that.
One of the things that I found so fascinating about that episode, which makes me really think about odor soaks and all those sorts of things, was her whole comment that molecules stick to cotton different than they do polyester.
Yes, I loved that.
Yeah. And so if you're making odor soaks out of things, you need to make sure you use different substrates, for lack of a better word, so that you're making sure to get a different sampling of all of these things.
Fascinating.
So, yeah.
And that's where I love where you come from all the time, Robin, where it's always about the handler, and Stacy, you as well, but it's about educating the handler about odor and how it moves, and then bringing Lauryn into that. So what a great way to be able to educate people of something they can use right away. Like you might think, it's a scientist, you're not going to be able to give me something actionable. And I loved that she did that for us.
She's very good at that. Actually, a lot of scientist friends, if you ask them, are pretty good at it.
Yeah.
It was amazing listening to her and her perspectives on I'm not in the human remains realm of that, that's not my odor, but just kind of learning. It was not yet.
Yeah.
That was a bad joke. No, that was a bad joke, as in eventually we're all.
Oh, I thought you meant as becoming a trainer. Got you. Darn it.
Oh, God, no. No.
Hey, I said that too. I was like, I will never do cadaver work. And then here I am.
Well, eventually everybody does.
No, not cadaver work.
No, not cadaver work. No. You what I mean. Anyway, bad joke. I tried to make it into a funny joke and it just kind of just didn't make any sense. And just kind of, anyway. No, I thought it was really fascinating to, learn more about that and just how complicated it is. And I mean, she just blew my mind.
Yeah. I just want to throw my whole teacher salary at her and let her get all the equipment and machines she can possibly get.
Agreed.
It wouldn't really give her much, but whatever I can, I'm like, take my money.
Wow,
you're doing great things for all of us.
Just amazing.
Speaking of great things for all of us, what about Holly?
Oh, Holly was just wonderful. She really is just so inspiring. And there's a real depth to her. Like when you really start to talk to her, there's always kind of this very, almost like I can't explain. It's like this depth to her, how she's connecting with her dogs and how she's thinking about training. And
I always felt kind of a strength and a calmness talking to her.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I guess that's kind of,
I liked that. It was just confident and
Yep.
Yeah, I appreciated that energy that she brought.
Yeah.
I loved her camera reference. I'm so obsessed with reading dogs. And when she talked about the camera, it has given me such a better way of talking to others about how you can only focus in on little pieces to start. And you have to just continually learn how to zoom out and see the whole picture. Yeah. And we can't just start off trying to see everything all at once. I loved that imagery so much. Yeah. So that was one of the huge things that she changed my life in that way. And her little drills.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
Yes. Yeah. Breaking it down.
Yep.
Yeah. She's really, really, really good at that. And just coming up with kind of simple ways of teaching concepts in a way that's really accessible to people.
Speaking of teaching concepts, Jo-Rosie.
Oh my gosh. I am still
I knew I'd get Robin.
I'm still trying to read the incentive salient stuff. Her grasp of the theory and then how she explains it is inspiring for me as an instructor.
Yep.
She wow.
Yeah.
I listened to her interview 3 different times and I got different information each time because they were like a week apart from each other.
Yeah.
And I was able to use what she was saying to help myself with radish. And it was each time I was hearing something different. And I thought, no, she didn't say it that way. I listened again and I thought, oh, darn you, Jo-Rosie. Like, how are you in my head? And how do you know what's happening here in Missouri and you're all the way over there in Spain? Like, no. But I also loved her selective drive talk and about dopamine. That all of that tickled my brain so much. And I just rabbit hole. If you need a rabbit hole, there you go.
It's a great rabbit hole.
Yeah. Loved it.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially that dopamine thing with, just.
Yeah. And then Emily with her laser-like focus on tracking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was awesome.
What did I call it? Psycho tracking?
You probably did.
Because I'm like, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Next level. Like, it really is.
It really is next level.
The thousands of miles that she traveled and under all the different judges and terrains, and she proved herself.
Dedication.
Yes. That dedication is the most motivating. And okay, here's actually what got me the most about her. Yeah. She has absolutely changed how I track and how I approach actually all of my training. Yeah. I'm questioning all of the things that I thought I knew. So the biggest one was the whole idea of keeping cleaner areas to track in. Oh, you should see us now. We're like cross tracks and tracking over tracks, and it's insane. Oh, which way the wind going? I don't care. Let's go. And, and before, like everything was like so critically documented and precise, and now it's like, let's go do the thing. And our dogs are thriving.
Excellent.
Are you finding that it's easier to like get yourself motivated to set it up and everything?
Oh yeah. It's not so mechanical and so, you don't have to think all of that. Just go do it.
Just do it. Just go do it. The thing.
It's data collection.
Not just do it. Just
do
only
it.
Do it.
No, I hear you.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was a huge takeaway that I had there, that it really has changed everything about my training in Mondio and IGP and even with nose work. So cool. Sometimes I would get so set on, I have to be so procedural and follow these exact steps. And I don't know what it was about her, but she loosened me up. So thanks,
excellent. Yay. And amazing. I will say that Amy, I'm not in nose work, but having Amy on the show and being able to really hear the inspiration behind nose work and why it was super, super important for them to do that. Yeah. And then, of course, being really sad that I didn't know that was happening because I lived in Iowa.
I love that the soul is still there in the sport, and to hear about that and be able to have that recorded so other people who may be newer to the sport can hear that story. And I think it just helps to kind of connect those of us in the sport to really kind of connect to the roots of where this came from, because it's just impacted so many lives. And Robin, you may not be a nosework handler, but you have impacted a lot of nosework handlers. And
I appreciate
when
that. Thank
we
you.
come out to distraction camp, there's a lot of nosework handlers. So I would like to qualify your comment and call BS on that. And you are absolutely a part of it. So,
well, and the lovely thing about, we tried so hard to get Amy to tell us what new thing they were doing on the episode.
She wouldn't spill the beans.
She wouldn't spill, which they just announced, like today.
Or yesterday. Yeah.
Yesterday.
Well, of course we're recording.
We're recording. So, okay. So they announced it last week.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it sounds like, I mean, we don't have a lot of details on it yet. So it was just like literally like a paragraph. But it sounds like there's going to be elite level element special, or not really element specialty at this point. It would be like an elite specialty, and we can all kind of surmise what that might be. But right now they've got what's called element specialties. So they're like half-day trials that are set for each of the initial 3 levels. Okay. And like you do like a half day of vehicles, and it's like 4 searches of just vehicles at different levels.
Oh, interesting.
So I don't know what they're going to turn. They're calling it like an elite specialty. So I don't know what that's going to look like.
We're looking forward to seeing the rules.
I know. Not looking forward to the wait list.
But the rules will be fun.
Looking forward to playing when I can.
Right. So I will tell you guys, I still think my favorite episode, because we thought we were awesome, was the D's.
Oh yes. That is my absolute all-time favorite episode.
So
I love talking about the 4Ds.
Yeah.
There's
yeah,
whatever.
Funny though. Anytime anybody mentions D's, people are like, there's only 4. There's 6. It's just like this ongoing like debate. It's really kind of
pro tip: whoever they're talking to, just make sure they adjust to whoever they're talking to.
Yes, exactly.
Be on our good side.
And and the entire goal of the episode was to get people to think about it. So I think we can check that box.
I think so.
You know what? I think we should probably play the part about where Dames of Detection actually came from. Because if people have heard us say the Dames of Detection, or they see it on our Facebook or Instagram posts, they probably need to know where that came from.
Yes. Oh, you mean mic drop when you were like, that is like
the thing?
I'm trying to think of it. Anyway, I'm thinking of the word alliteration, but I wanted to use a D word before the alliteration.
It's too hard.
Yeah.
So we're going to play a little clip from April 25th, and it was the D's of Detection. So check this out. This is where it came from.
So I agree with, if it works better for 4 Ds and one of them's diversions, and you have diversion A or diversion definition B, rock on.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess my dilemma, I've been digging through this dialogue and trying to decipher the definitions and the purpose of the different Ds, distractions, diversions, distance, discrimination, difficulty, I'm digressing here. It dawned on me that you guys are very dedicated to defending your Ds. And I cannot deny that you need to do what works for you, because you are the Dames of Detection.
And you just dropped that mic like,
oh my gosh. And it's like running from the burning building.
Oh
That's my takeaway.
We were totally impressed with Crystal's ability to suck out all of the D's to come up with Dames of Detection.
I think I literally had a dent on my desk from my jaw hitting the
dent on my desk. Look at you.
Did you see that? Oh my gosh.
I did.
Yes.
So
So
proud.
darn.
I really loved Robin's kind of start when you started off the season with fluency. And so that was, I know it was a big thing because you had just done a webinar on it. But that really, it sparked a lot of thought for me throughout. And even now, just Tuesday, we had a professional development day and they were using fluency wrong. Like, oh, Robin would get you. Not be using fluency. That is competency.
I find myself like catching myself when I'm using that word, and I'm like, no, I can't use that wrong. And I've changed my own vocabulary.
Yes. And that goes back to Words Matter, which is an episode, if we haven't mentioned that.
Yeah. And then that goes back to Stacy, poor thing. She's like, oh, the soft skills. I'm like, well, actually, power skills.
I know. They're now called power skills. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And now you are having to go back and change your webinar you're going to release, or
I'm going to have to update my my class description because
what class was it?
It is NW 330 bulletproof skills.
Oh my goodness. So now it's all about the power skills.
Yeah. Well,
bulletproof power skills.
You know, the problem is it's already named, but actually it's, I can do it in the description because the description says,
I was kidding.
Those work now. I'll just have to make it a little bit more current. Bulletproof skills for both ends of the leash. That's NW.
You got Robin in my head, and I'm in your head.
I know. Yeah, there's not enough room for more than me in my head. I can.
Yeah, it'd be scary.
Yeah. I think you jump in, you go, whoa, this is crazy. Jump back out again.
It's one of those things. I just saw this comment come up not too long ago. They're like, "Oh my God, the concept of victory pee."
Yes.
And
how many requests have we had? We had.
How do you train that? And I was like, literally, people, as we would walk out the door, I knew he was going to pee on something, so I just named it. That's all I did.
Oh, gotta love Dash.
And little old Dash man doing his thing.
Yeah.
So,
and for UConn, I mean, I knew always that's what he wanted to do. So if you know they're going to do it, then put a name to it, and all of a sudden it becomes a big reward.
Yes.
And then they wait for you to say it. So then it becomes under stimulus control. So bam, done.
And then all of the discussion, all of us kind of like coming together, that spawned distraction camp.
Yes.
Like that wouldn't have happened
if it wouldn't have been for the podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I'd like to celebrate some of our people that comment on social media. Is that cool?
Oh my gosh, we love you guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, that's been one of my favorite things. I didn't think that I would like to know that anybody listens to it. I think I might have said that a few 20, 30, 50 times. Just pretend I'm in my little closet talking to my friends. So I think that's when the Words Matter one became important to me. I had a lot of people reach out and say, we're all just friends out here, and you're coming at it with kindness and love, and we feel it. And it was like, oh, I love you guys. So now I feel like I have a whole bunch of new friends that I don't have to see, which is great.
You really are in your closet.
Spoken like an introvert.
Right? You're there physically in your closet, right?
Yeah, but speaking to all sorts of friends. Yes.
We're just recording it and then putting it out in the atmosphere for like the rest of the world to listen to. But yeah.
So one of the people that commented on Facebook, Kathy H, and we had just, oh my gosh, you guys, top 5% of podcasts.
Yeah. I know, right?
Really?
Crazy.
So, and it was cute when Zach, our producer guy, shares this out with us. All three of us are like, oh, so does that mean like top 5% of like dog podcasts or of entertain or like
laugh? He's like, what does it mean? You guys.
He's like, no, of all of them. We're like, oh.
Really?
So, and that's all because people that listen. So we appreciate you. And Kathy H, she said, congratulations. I love listening in and can't name a favorite episode, but I enjoy the way you all question one another and show through your conversation that there are so many different paths to success and that it's different for every dog and team. The three of you are just fantastic. Congratulations on reaching the top 5% here's to another year of podcasts.
Ew,
I just, those comments.
Warm and fuzzies.
So good. Yeah.
Do matter.
We really appreciate you reaching out to us.
We do.
It's been a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was one comment that was a little controversial, getting mad at Miss Stacy.
Yes.
Do you remember who that was from?
Good-natured snark.
Yeah, but she called me Miss Barnett. I'm like, who's that? I'm like,
do you remember who that was from?
But I'm like, who's Miss Barnett? Like, that's my mother.
No, Mrs. would be your mother.
Oh, yeah, I guess it would be Mrs. But you know what I mean.
No, so that was, who was that from? Do you remember?
I think that was Yana.
Yes.
It was. You know what she said to you? She says, another lovely chat. Y'all are so real, and it always makes me feel a little better about the dog world to listen you talk. However, here it comes. Are you ready? Smackdown. I am compelled to tell off Miss Barnett a little. There is nothing corny or embarrassing about having cuddling with dogs as one's top item. Sure, it's not as sexy in quotes as cool training and enrichment and titles, etc., but it's a sign of who you are that your first instinct, you, Stacy Barnett, your first instinct, when put on the spot a little, scrambling for an answer. You would never scramble for an answer though, right?
All the time.
And she said it's to reach for something that is so often overlooked amidst the sexy stuff. I see you. I appreciate you even more for it. And I appreciated the jelly out of you to begin with. So it's a challenge to step up from here and implore you to consider to never downplay cuddling with your dogs ever again.
Should never downplay cuddling.
I was so touched. And honestly, though, if you lived with Powder, you don't have a choice. Like, she's just going to cuddle you. Like, you've literally, like, it's like, I'm cuddling you now. And you don't really have a choice. So, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's my radish.
Yeah, exactly. 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 And what about sit up?
Oh my gosh.
Her little graphic thing.
A whiteboard.
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to make it the cover of this episode. So if you are listening and you've never gone to our social media, you need to go to our social media to see what she's done. It's brilliant. It is so wonderful. It has made us all feel so good.
Did you notice on the whiteboard, she has all 6 Ds written out?
She did.
I mean, I can still love her.
And it's interesting to see those and then get the comments from like Catherine H. And there's another one who
Genevieve.
are like
Genevieve L.
Yeah. Who are like, I have to pull over and write notes. And I'm like, yay. Okay. So I did not think that was that brilliant, but okay.
Awesome.
We appreciate you guys so much.
Oh my gosh.
And even Alicia W and Alyssa F. Yeah, there's so many names, but
we can't even cover them all.
Yeah, when you're there commenting and sharing your love, we just want you to know we really appreciate you. So,
we do. And we appreciate the engagement on the posts and what you think and all of those sorts of things, because guess what? We read them.
We do.
Yes.
And respond.
And we pass them around to each other.
Yeah, we screenshot them and we send them back and forth so that all of us see it and the whole thing. So we greatly appreciate it. And I know as we were going through stuff, one of the things that came up was the whole concept of don't train till it's ugly.
Yeah.
And I believe somebody made a shirt. And, that's one of the things that I ended up saying at a seminar like 2 years ago. And somebody looked at me and was like, what? I'm like, don't train till it's ugly, because we have the tendency to do that.
Yeah.
Just knock it off.
Yeah, that is definitely a quote. We have to put a quote at the beginning and at the end and a little dash Robin Gruber.
Well, that is going to be coming out. So that's a design I'm working on currently. And so that's going to be one of the first ones, because we're going to start releasing a specific design. Wow. And so it'll only be available for a short amount of time. And so that way it doesn't have to go through the website. We don't have to deal with all of the nonsense, and we'll just have it out for a short time. So look on our socials so you can find those, but that's going to be the first one that goes out.
Yes.
Yeah, because we have to raise money,
Yeah. I mean, and the t-shirt sales and things like that will help fund the podcast. So
and it's going to be a cool design. So I'm really excited.
Yeah. And it's been interesting for like that little tidbit. And then I know that I ended up doing a whole Facebook post on this, on the whole concept of trust your dog.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, trust your training.
Yes.
That's the most important part. The trust your dog part puts a whole lot of impetus in that nice little 4-legged creature that you like to cuddle with. But if you trust your training, you can overcome a whole bunch of stuff. I
have a t-shirt that says trust your training is one of my most favorite t-shirts, and
that's lovely.
Getting worn out.
We might need to make one of those too.
I like that. Yeah.
That's where I'm stuck though, because I didn't, like we said before in the imposter syndrome episode about when is it yours and when is it someone else's. And I kept saying, you just got to be clear, because clarity is kindness. Yes. And so then I did a quick search. It's like, oh, I'm going to start making that shirt. And then to find out that, Brene Brown, like nobody really knows who she is. And,
well,
and hers is like so similar And so then I'm like, oh, can I even do that? Darn it.
Oh, totally. I think in that case, yes.
Parveen was saying, when I was talking to her a couple of years ago, she also did the whole clarity is kindness. Yeah. And so it is a overriding theme.
Yeah.
That it's an overriding concept, and which is, I think, hopefully people have been getting out of us sitting around and yammering for 50 episodes, is that really being clear, really having objective-based training is some of the key things that you can help to bring clarity for you and your dog every time you get the dog out of the car.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is with dog training, it's like, none of us are recreating the wheel anyway. It's truly a community where you truly learn from other people and you start to pull in what you've learned and you build your own understanding and you share that understanding. And it kind of comes down back to like really the name of the podcast, right? It's a collaborative.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. It's like, nobody owns the phrase trust your training. Nobody owns that. I mean, a lot of people have said that, but it's how you internalize it and how you apply it and the thought and all of the cogitation behind it, right?
Yes.
Ooh, that was a word. Good job.
I used a big word.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, I don't care what sport you do. And honestly, even anything you ever teach, if you say that, so like Brene says, clear is kind, unclear is unkind. But if you say clarity is kindness and you need clarity and consistency, and in teaching, you need to think about your timing, your criteria, your rate of reinforcement, setting up the environment to be successful and to have objective-based training.
Yeah.
I'm going to hear that in every PD thing that I have at school.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably experience that every day.
Every day. So, I mean, those are not uncommon things. It's just, they're not new. It's just how do you read them and how do you use them and how do you develop that?
Yeah. Although one thing that we do have that nobody has, and I'm looking at my Zoom picture, is this really cool logo.
We do have a really cool logo.
We have a really cool logo that was designed by Ms. Crystal Wing.
Sitting at Robin's counter as I was a wayward dog trainer, and
I've got I'm wearing the sweatshirt with the pocket in the back.
Oh, from Susan at Fluffy Badger. Yeah,
the Fluffy Badger.
And she just got her machine back too, so she's doing all kinds of new designs and she's making new covers. And
I love this sweatshirt, and I love the climb cover I have. I was working on a 2 on 2 off with Brava, and I have like a little travel plank, so for agility, and I've got that kind of leaned up against the climb, and it's got the climb cover on there. It says canine detection.
Yeah.
Oh, she did such a good job.
She did. She's got cool stuff. So that's our plug for her.
That does remind me, I did enjoy our canine gear episode.
Oh, yes.
That one took a lot of time, though.
I really like that.
It did. And we should actually be getting kickbacks from Crystal needs kickbacks from the Go Dog Furball people.
Well, just from stuff that people order.
Every time I turn around, I see somebody with a fluffy, with a furball. I feel the same way, honestly, about those Crocs shoes that now everybody's using. The boots for the dogs.
Yeah.
Like I showed a Powder started wearing them, and now everybody's got boots on their dogs, and they're all like Crocs. It's so cool. It's actually really cool.
Well, as a little perk, we did make $33 from people going to that canine gear episode. And clicking on the things and buying stuff. So,
thank you guys.
That's another way to, if you're already going to buy stuff, you might as well click on one of those links first, because then what I learned, if you buy other stuff while you're there, it then also, that all adds up.
Oh, interesting.
And then Amazon's getting rid of Smile. So it's another way to be able to support people. Would be to do something like that. So just click on one of our links and then order the stuff you're already going to order, and then take it off if you needed to even.
They're getting rid of Smile?
Yes. Yeah. They're doing something else. So if you go to the Canine Gear episode, Crystal put together a whole slew of links for all of our favorite stuff.
Yeah.
We like.
There's a lot of stuff there.
And yes, we have lots of stuff.
You know, something else I wanted to point out, I really liked your concept when I ambushed you guys.
Oh my gosh. Yes. That was like, I'm just looking at them like, yeah, that's right. It was like, oh, you're not going to know the topic of this.
Oh, and I'm still podcast. Like, I haven't had any kickback. Like, you guys haven't like got me back yet. So I'm really happy about that. So
that's because we forgot about it.
Oh, I mean, so I didn't say anything. Radish, you know what she did today? No.
Yeah, I totally forgot. About that one, the ambush episode.
But something you said in there that I really appreciated was the idea of the board of directors. Mm-hmm. And that was something that I feel like even all of the guests that we've had have somehow been this little board of directors for me in this collaboration. Yeah. And it just, it was such a powerful kind of visual for me, I think. And I've been thinking a lot about the people that I train with and train around and just having the right energy. And I think that goes back to earlier, we talked about the post certifications and the trial nerves. And one of the quotes that I had shared with Robin before she had gone in for certification, because I mean, she's always cool as a cucumber and all, doesn't really need any support.
Right. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Got some land in Florida to tell you.
But the whole idea of just influencing the energy. And I think that's another one I think would be a cool thing to kind of get out there as merch too, because that's kind of been an underlying thing for me throughout this last year.
And I think that people underestimate the amount of influence and vibe that your dog reads. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you aren't shocked by that, but seeing a lot of students come in and they get nervous and then their dog does some weird stuff and they're like, oh my gosh, my dog has never done that before. And I'm like, that's because you're nervous. There is a reason we start training a certain way because we need everybody to breathe.
Yep. Because they're sympathetic. What was it? The term for it? Because their heartbeat is like, they have like a sympathetic heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. They literally will start to, coordinate their heartbeat with a handler.
Interesting. Huh.
Yep. Crazy stuff. Crazy. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like how I train and, how I work my dogs has just, honestly, I've just grown so much by just doing this podcast with the two of you. And
agreed.
It really, really influenced what I do and how I do it. I am eternally grateful. So.
Is it okay to say ditto?
Yes.
Sure. You just can't say just ditto.
Just ditto.
Nope. Ditto. And it's really nice to have somebody. It's going back to that board of directors, and you can't train in a vacuum.
Nope.
And so people might be surprised that we spend a lot of time actually on the phone with each other talking about training.
Yep.
I don't think they are surprised about that, actually.
Probably not.
I mean, if we can sit here every week for an hour and chat, it's probably it's happening on the side.
I have this issue.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm being cuddled right now. Speaking of cuddling.
Aw. And you're not ashamed of it, are you?
No, I'm getting yellow cuddles right now. I'm getting yellow cuddles.
We like yellow cuddles.
I like yellow cuddles.
So do you feel like your why has changed at all through the time we've been doing this podcast when it comes to...
he definitely has.
You're
sorry. I had to.
You're such a turkey.
Yeah, he really has, though.
Just from when you first conceived this and pulled me into it, do you feel like it's still the same thoughts or mission you had from that first conversation, or has that evolved at all?
Oh my God, it's so much better.
It's clearer.
Yeah.
Because we talk about clarity is kindness for not only your training, but the mission on where, where do you want to go?
Yeah.
And what do you want to do? All of that also is the part of the having these conversations on a weekly basis or whatever we do them can actually help bring breakthroughs in my own training, because I start thinking about something Crystal said or something Stacy said. And I'm like, oh, well, why don't I try it that way? And that was just the little tweak that the dog needed to go, yeah. Thanks, Mom, for being clear. Oh, well, I tried explaining it like 5 other ways. And the dog's like, nope, don't get it. Nope, don't get it.
This is where I say ditto. But in all seriousness, like it has gone so bigger and better and more incredible than I really it wasn't even on my radar that it could be this special and so important to me. And that we've been able to touch other people and influence how other people train their dogs. And it is a cool freaking thing.
Yes. I had a friend that messaged me and just today and said that she was giving me credit in her classes about how I had inspired her for play. Really? So that was pretty special. And I think that this has given the opportunity to have that little, I think someone called me a spirit animal too. I'm like, I've been called, emotional support human but spirit animal, that was a first. Yeah. And I appreciated that. Yeah. So I do appreciate that I have been able to get a little more confident in being able to talk about and experience all of this with you guys and people that listen. And one of my favorites was a lady came up to talk to me, and I really thought I knew her, and I didn't. She just knew me from the podcast. And so those moments are pretty cool.
Very, very.
Yes.
I just wish I had more hours in the day.
And for those of you who do come up and start talking to us, if we kind of get the deer in the headlights look, just be like, tell us you listen to the podcast.
Yeah,
it
please.
Helps us connect dots a little faster. It's greatly appreciated.
Oh, I had a moment at training too. I was telling we had a visitor night, and I was telling one of the visitors because she wanted to get into nose work. And I was like, well, if you ever listen to podcasts, it's always, I'm low key, you can listen to this one, I have a part in it. And then
a part?
Yeah. That's what I say.
You're like a third. Yeah.
And then, so she was getting ready to go, and she said, now, what was the name of that podcast again? And I was like, oh, Canine Detection Collaborative. And the other guy goes, wait, you're Crystal.
That's great.
I didn't put that together. Oh. So, a guy who was just there as a visitor that I had never met before. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening? What is happening?
That is so great.
I was not in my closet. It was not okay.
When you start to talk to people and they start mentioning D's.
Yeah, yes, I just tell them 4 and it's all good.
You're like, I've had people say, you know what? I'm with Crystal.
Oh, yes.
And I'm like, you know what? There's 6.
That's okay. We still like you, but there's 6. So okay.
Yeah. I still love you, but there are really 6.
One day you'll be enlightened to the 6. If I can't fit it on one hand and count it, I can't do it.
True.
So I know the whole thing has kind of been a takeaway, but what do you think? What do you want to like? Do we have a future thought? Do we have where are we going? What are we doing?
Oh my gosh, that was a lot for where are we going? What are we doing? I think that depends on the next episode. We've already been discussing guests that we're coming up with for this year.
Oh, so stoked about that already.
Oh my gosh, we've got a hit list.
Yeah. We can't. Don't call it that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. No.
So we've got a list. We're starting to schedule those, and I think that we're gonna, of course, Stacy and Crystal will be back out here for Distraction Camp 1, Distraction Camp 2, and probably Home of the Wayward Dog Trainer.
Yep. Oh yeah, I'll be there for a while. You can't get rid of me.
Yeah. And so I think that if we can just continue having good, productive training conversations, the dog world will be much better off.
I just realized you're going to get a wing, an extra wing at Robin's house, the crystal wing.
Oh boy.
Much, yes. Yes.
I'm sorry. I had to.
Oh, okay. So at school, the kids, we get pretty comfortable in some of the classes. They're pretty small,
Yes.
And the kids will say, wing, wing. I was like, hello. So, so it reminded me of that.
Yeah, the crystal wing wing.
Yeah, I was thinking about the people we're going to get to interview and the opportunities that that's given and just how excited I am about that. And just to be able to continue to grow and learn from both of you. I've been so blessed by that. And Stacy and Robin both have been so generous. And you're like, here, I have a webinar coming on. Come watch. I'm like, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know. I don't know. I really appreciate you guys. It's just, I'm very thankful.
Ditto. Hello.
Yeah. And the
Hello.
support structure that we now have to be going out and doing other things and complementary in our careers is fantastic.
And I'll never, I'm sorry that, we have all these posts, like these once a, they're posts that you guys post. I will never think about Zoomies. I still,
it's now what? Frapping.
So every time I see my dog running around, I'm like, they're frapping.
Instead of having Zoomies just sounds so much better.
Yeah. It was a random thought. It was just like, that post just tickled me.
I think the other one I was thinking about is our freebies. So we haven't had many, but the few that we've had
were really awesome.
They're really awesome. It took a lot of time to put those together. And so hopefully
we haven't had that many.
If I can get life back together where I'm not drowning all the time, then hopefully we can get some more freebies out there.
If you figure out how to do that, let me know.
Well, yeah. Exactly. Because just so you guys know, the freebie stuff, Crystal took that head on and started doing it, and Stacy and I would occasionally help. And it was just like, wow.
I just had to drop it because that's of all the things, I had to do the things that people are paying me for, like my job.
Amazing how that works. So I think that we constantly have to think about you guys as listeners on what do you want to hear? What do you want us to talk about? What do you want? Do you want us to go really, really in depth and having, really highly technical discussions? Because we can do that, but wow. Sometimes we're like, that's kind of boring.
Let's balance that. I'm still a gung-ho on getting the voice thing going so people can leave voice messages and then we can include those on the show. So if they have questions, they can either send them to us on social media, or we'll have that thing set up so that they can send us their, so we can actually share their voice on the show. Since we have Zach doing all the editing, why not?
Right.
But that's something that I would like to get that set up pretty soon. So keep an eye on for that. He did say, though, if you want to join on that, make sure you're using something good quality so we can actually hear your voice clearly. So like what's the AirPods or microphone or something like that. So it's recorded nicely.
Yes.
So if that's something that you would like,
barking in the background.
Yeah, well, no, it doesn't bother me any, but
that's
so truly, if that's something you guys think that you might want from us, let us know. Put it in the comments on our Instagram or our Facebook on this episode, and give us an idea. What do you want to hear for the next 50? Or
that would be
how many ever we do.
Yeah, that would be lovely because we come up with what we think are fabulous ideas, and then usually get sidetracked.
Yeah.
How many times have people said that though? Like, when are you going to share that one? Oh yeah.
Well, it's funny. It's kind of like, this is our topic. Oh no, it's not. So the name of the episode may not actually reflect what we actually talked about.
It starts that way though.
It started that way. Yeah. Yep.
So I liked that overall though. We started as, have you guys read our description in a long time?
No.
Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
Sure.
Prepare for candid conversations about the reality of training, deploying, or competing with a canine partner. Each episode is a cross-pollination from the professional and sport canine camps, exploring how we all want the same thing, a great relationship with our dog. With humor and a big dose of theory, our trio talks practical training advice and includes interviews with top trainers and scientists. We keep it fun, honest, and rated PG 13-ish.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's still pretty accurate. Who knew?
Yeah, pretty accurate.
Yeah.
A year ago, we would have done that.
Yeah. Here we are. We contact Maverick and she makes a jingle, and we contact Zach and he makes it happen. And
here we are.
Oof, it's in the air. Yeah.
Yep.
We did it. We did it, you guys.
That's 50. You know what, everybody? Thank you so much for listening in. And we're going to hopefully after the next 50 episodes, kind of do another little reflection like this. And we appreciate every single one of you for listening in. Don't forget to share us with your family and training partners. And thank you so much. And we'll be here next week.
Canine Detection Collaborative. We appreciate the time you spend with us. If you liked this episode, not only should you follow us so you don't miss the next one, but please also rate and review us in your favorite podcast app. For info on collaborating with us, go to k9detectioncollaborative.com. That's K9detectioncollaborative.com, where you can find our socials and pick up our latest monthly freebie. Join us again to talk training in the next episode.